Have you heard that every crisis presents an opportunity? It depends on how you look at it. While most people got slightly poor during this pandemic, billionaires have never been so wealthy before. Back in April, when the pandemic just started, the global wealth of all billionaires was around $80 trillion. Fast forward to today, it has combined to 10 trillion. Yes, billionaires made over $2.2 trillion in the next 6 months. In fact, the number of the billionaires also increased. In 2017, there were 2,000 billionaires. Guess how many billionaires are there now? 2,100. 31 more became billionaires in the middle of an economic crisis. That's as big as the Great Depression. So it turns out that every crisis does actually presents opportunities. But if you are not ready for them, you will miss them as most people do. But don't worry, crisis always happens every 5 to 10 years. There will be another major crisis, so instead of regarding that you haven't been quick enough, prepare yourself for the next one. And one way to do that is to find out how some people took advantage of this crisis and became billionaire. We are not going to talk about the billionaires who got wealthier like Bezos or Elon Musk. Yes, they made a ton of the money during this crisis. Elon Musk went from the $20 billion in 2019 almost to $94 billion this year. In fact, statistics point out that billionaires across various industries saw their wealth increase by the double digits, especially those in the industrial, technology, and healthcare sector. With low interest rates and crisis of such magnitude, only the strongest and smartest will prevail and end up reaping the rewards. So let's start with the first person on our list who wasn't billionaire just last year and yet in 2020 joined the billionaire club. Timony Springer. You probably haven't heard about him before, neither did I until I did research for this video. He is the Harvard biology professor. Back then, the pandemic wasn't even the thing. Tim understood the danger that the viruses could potentially cause. So, a decade ago, he came across the company in the Massachusetts called Moderna. It was a biotech company that focused on the drug discovery, drug development, and vaccine technologies. It wasn't as exciting as electronic cars or online shopping, but as a biology professor, he understands the importance of the vaccines. So he decided to invest his company. Currently, he owns 3.5% of the company. Since Moderna is valued around $30 billion at the time of the video, his stake equals around $1 billion. Not bad for the Harvard professor. Moderna is one of the leading companies that's working on the vaccine. In fact, they have developed a new type of the vaccine that's much different from how we used to create the vaccine for decades. The company successfully passed phase 1 and phase 2 testing that vaccine and currently in the phase 3. If it turns out to be successful, Moderna will be one of the first companies to release the FDA approval vaccine, which means that the company's stocks will shoot through the roof. The Timony Springer might double or even triple his net worth in the coming few months. Number 3, Trevor Milton. If you take a look at the Forbes 2018, you won't find Trevor Milton in it because he wasn't even close to being a billionaire. But 2020 gave him the unique opportunity. Throughout his career, he started multiple businesses. However, luck was never on his side, since all of his ventures failed. In fact, he was accused of the flaw for his businesses practice, but that never stopped Milton from trying again. In 2015, he launched his new business, Nikola, inspired by the Elon Musk, since he literally took the first names of the inventor Nikola Tesla, and the company is also working on the building electric vehicles. They haven't proved anything yet, but because investors flooded the stocks market will cash, since there weren't any other better options. Nikola came to light and caught the attentions of investors as the next Tesla. Those who missed the opportunity to invest in Tesla quickly jumped in, so the valuations quickly surrounded almost $10 billion. Marketed Milton Billionaires, since he owns 25% of the company. No one knows how long he will be a billionaire, since the company is already being investigated by the Department of the Justice and SEX for the commitment fraud. Third, Alice Schwartz. That is the best age to become the billionaire, probably 20s or 30s, since you will be at the peak of your energy and can enjoy life at its fullest capacity. But some people never give up until the end, such as the Alice Schwartz, who is the billionaire at the age of the 93. Yes, you heard it right, 93. It seems like her children have a lot to inherit. Schwartz graduated from the U.S. Berkeley with the degree in the biochemistry, where he met her future husband. The couple went to the Start Bio-Red laboratories. The company manufactures products for the life science research and clinical diagnosis, makes markets such as industries, software, consumable, regens, and connects to the areas of the cell biology. Genes express potential amplifications, protein quantities, drug discovery. Biored's diagnostics products and the systems use a range of the technologies and provide clinical information in the blood transferring, diabetes monitoring, and infectious disease testing markers. These products are used to support the diagnosis, monitoring, and the treatment of diseases and other medical conditions. The business didn't sound exciting back then, however, things turned the other way around. The pandemic forced everyone to pay great attention to our health and pushed many investors to invest in the healthcare companies, which eventually made Alice Schwartz worth $2.2 billion. Fourth, Eric Young. This man spent his entire life getting ready for such an opportunity. This company that took the best advantage out of his pandemic is Zoom. Everything from the private companies to government officials suddenly started using Zoom. There are, of course, alternative options such as Skype, Facebook, and others, but Eric Yan built the systems that's simply better and easier to use. Suddenly, in the world where the social distancing is the norm, everyone started looking for the way communicate, contact meetings, lectures, and the Zoom was just the best options. The company's valuation jumped from the $17.7 billion in 2018 to $150 billion in the time of this video. Eric worked in the industry for almost 2 decades, and when he pitched his idea to Cisco, he was rejected. So he went on to the start Zoom on his own, and now his net worth is almost $20 billion. Fifth, Rodney Sack. I was never a fan of the energy drinks. I would drink a Red Bull once in a while, but when we had the quarantine, I started trying different energy drinks as a way to keep myself motivated and productive, since spending the entire day at home makes you lazy. And that's what pushes Rodney Sack to become a billionaire. Back in 1992, he purchased the drinks company Hense Natural with his partner. The business did pretty well. 10 years later, the company decided to launch the energy drink by the name Monster, which turned out to be so successful that in 2012 the company changed its name to Monster Beverage. The company caught the attention of the Coca-Cola, where they purchased 16.7 stake in the Monster beverage from the 2.15 billion in cash and opened its global distributions arm to Monster. Rodney Snacks was already a pretty wealthy man by then. However, the pandemic pushed Monster beverage stocks price to Surge, giving stack to seats billionaires table. Here you go. This is your list of people who never appeared in the Forbes billionaires list before, and yet this year, when the economy was down, when the millions lost their jobs, when pandemic struck the world, these people were prepared for such an opportunity and took a full advantage out of it and turned it into multi-billionaires. Some of them did it while they are young, others did it in the 90s. Everyone has a different path here on Earth, so you don't have to look at others to compare yourself to what others are doing, but razor focus on yourself and your strengths, on your circumstances. Back in 2008, some people took advantage of the housing market and make enormous amounts of the money. Back in 2000s, when the dot-com bubble burst, people made the fortunes. Don't feel bad for sorry for missing this opportunity, because such an opportunity comes every 5 to 10 years. You need to focus on being ready for the next one. I hope you have enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, make sure you to give the thumbs up, and if you are new around here, then subscribe for the brand new videos. Thanks for watching, and until next time.